So welcome everyone to this session of Rman. So today in the backups concept, we will complete Rman. Okay, we'll complete the Rman concept. Okay, Rman means recovery manager. The full form of Rman is recovery manager. And why do we use Rman is to take a backup. Okay, to restore, to recover, and do a lot of things. We can do a lot of things with the help of Rman. With the help of Rman, we can do a lot of things. Okay. So let's start. So as I said, this is a very important session, and Rman is very important for DBS. Basically, DBS work on Rman day-to-day life. Day-to-day life on DBS life is actually on Rman backups. Okay, so Rman backups are very important for day-to-day life, day-to-day activities in database administration. So first of all, I will introduce what is Rman and everything. Then we'll slowly go in depth into the concepts of Rman. Okay. So first I'll introduce what is Rman. Okay. So what is Rman? Basically, we know that in Oracle physical backups we have two type of backups. One is a cold and hot. Cold and hot. Okay. So when Rman is introduced from 8th version onwards. From 8th version. Okay. In Oracle, there is something called 8i, 8i, 9i, 10G, 11G, 12C, 18C, 19C, like that, right? So it is introduced from 8i, During Rman hot backup, the performance will not be degraded. Now everyone knows this, right? We have 4 different methods. I have shown you in the previous class. I have shown you 4 different methods. What are those 4 different methods? One is normal cold. Okay, normal hot. Rman cold, Rman hot. Okay, Rman hot is the last method that I have explained you, where the database is open. We will not touch the database is open, it is up and running, all users are parallelly doing their job, and Rman is doing parallelly Rman's backup job. Okay, and in this case, in this scenario, the performance will not be degraded. But if you take a normal hot backup, what is normal hot backup? We connect to SQL Plus and give alter database begin backup. We keep the database in begin backup mode. Yes, we are not shutting down the database, but we are keeping the database in begin backup mode, and then we are copying the CRD files from one location to another location. That is normal hot, not Rman hot. It is a normal hot backup. In that scenario, database performance will be absolutely degraded. Database performance will become poor. But while doing Rman hot backup, database performance will not be degraded. I mean, there will not be any kind of performance impact on the database. I mean to say, okay. So database is doing its own job, and backup is doing its own job parallelly. Understood what I'm talking? The difference between a normal hot and the Rman hot?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the prerequisite to take a Rman backup? What is the first prerequisite to take a Rman backup? Database must and should be in archive log mode. To take a Rman backup, either Rman hot or either Rman cold, anything it could be. What is Rman cold? Rman cold means we have to keep the database in mount state, and we have to take the backup using Rman. Then that is Rman cold backup. Okay. Everyone remember, or am I talking some rocket and science?
No.
Remember.
Okay, fine. So yeah, so the one of the major prerequisite to take Rman cold backup or Rman hot backup is database must and should be in archive log. Why we use Rman as a backup strategy, or why we use Rman backups only? Very simple. Why we use Rman backups only? If someone is asking you, why don't you take export and import? Why are you on a day-to-day basis? Which backup you are using in your company? This is the interview question. On a day-to-day basis, what kind of backups do you take, or which backups you take? You take Rman backups, you follow Rman backups, or you follow exports and imports? Which backups you follow in your organization or in your project? Simply say Rman. Why? Next question, interview. Oh, you follow Rman backups only. Daily you take Rman backups. Why? The answer is, let's take an example. And it's already proven, man. It's already proven, guys. I already proven this example in real time. In real time, I have already proven this example, if you people remember. So let's take an example. These are the segments, and these are the segments of department table. These are the segments of employee table, segment of employee table. Inside the segment, extents and blocks are there. Inside the block, this is allocated used data, allocated used blocks and used data. This is allocated, but there is no data. These are unused blocks. These are unused blocks. What is the size of the file? 1 GB. If you give a copy command, what happens? For
Copies
example,
entire.
yeah, if you give a copy command, the entire 1 GB data file, 1 GB data file will be copied from one location to another location if I am giving a copy command. But for example, I'm not giving a copy command. I am taking a backup from
Your
Rman.
voice is getting stuck on, so break out in your
That
voice.
is what I told you. Is it okay? Okay. So yeah, as I was talking about this. If you give a copy command, what happens? This is entire data file is 1 GB. Entire data file is 1 GB. How it is 1 GB? There is allocated blocks, allocated used blocks are there,
It's
allocated
breaking itself.
unused blocks. Again, it is breaking. Again, is it breaking?
No, it's
It's
good.
okay. No, it's fine.
It's fine, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So please mute everyone. Okay, good. So yeah. So what I was talking, this file is 1 GB of data file is there. So 1 GB of data file. If you take a backup with the help of copy command, means you are copying this entire 1 GB data file from one location to another location. Obviously, 1 GB of data file will be copied here. So in the backup location, this file size in the backup location will also be 1 GB. But if you take a Rman backup, you're not taking a backup using copy command. You're taking Rman. You have connected to Rman and given a command backup this data file. This is one data file, right? So you're giving a backup data file. What is the actual size of data file? 1 GB. 1 GB. If you use copy command, it will copy the entire 1 GB file into the backup location. But if you use Rman to take a backup of the files, CRD files, what Rman will do is, if we give it to server process, okay, first it reads, okay, it give it to server process. First it reads the file, it understands which block is used and which block is not. So if we take a backup of 1 GB, it may be 100 MB depending on the user blocks. So what did you understand? If we give the Rman, if we give the backup to Rman, for example, what Rman will do? Server process, it will take, server process is responsible to take the backup. Who is taking the backup? If you, in Rman, we are giving a command, right? We are giving a command, backup database. Which background processor is doing? Server process is doing the backup. Yeah.
Yes.
So server process, what it will do is, obviously everyone knows, right? In architecture, server process has the capability to go and read the blocks. Yes, or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
obviously, when you give a backup command with the help of Rman, server process, what it will do, it will go to the file, which file you want to take a backup, it will go to that file, it will read the entire file, and it will take only backup of user blocks. For example, even if the data file, if the complete data file is 1 GB, but only user blocks is 100 MB, then what will be the backup size? What will be the backup size?
100 MB.
100 MB.
Basic sense. Why are you not answering? It's basic sense only, right? Normal
Yes.
English. I'm talking in normal English, which everyone can understand. I don't know, like, it's very simple. Do I have to explain it once again?
No, it's clear.
So when you take a Rman backup, Rman is very intelligent. Rman is very intelligent. What Rman will do is, it will go to, for example, if you are taking this is a data file. Which data file is this? This is data file number 10. For every data file, there will be a number. Okay. Example, this is data file number 10. So what you're doing first, you're copying the data file is 1 GB. You are copying the data file from one location to another location. Then obviously, if you copy, enter 1 GB file will be copied here. So in the backup location, if you go and see, the backup size will also be 1 GB only. But if without copying, if you tell Rman to take the backup, how Rman will take a backup? Server process will go to this data file. It will read the entire data file. It will read, after reading, it knows what are the user blocks. It will take the backup of only user blocks. So even if the data file size is 1 GB, Rman backup will be 100 MB only, because it will take only the user blocks backup. Why unnecessary waste of unused blocks? Space waste. Understood everyone what I'm talking?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
so that's the beauty of Rman. Okay, and forget about this. This is nothing actually. Forget about this. This everyone will know. Okay. This is also not important. Unnecessary confusion. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So this document is done. I'll go to the next document now. Okay. Coming to the Rman configurations. Okay. Rman configurations and everything. Yeah. So now Rman, what Rman will do? Yeah, you people have to understand what does Rman can do. Rman can take the backup of what? Rman can take the backup of data files. Rman can take the backup of control files. Rman can take the backup of archive log files. Rman can take the backup of SP files also. So what Rman is doing? Rman can take the backup of SP files. Rman, listen carefully. Rman can take the backup of control files. Rman can take the backup of data files. Rman can take the backup of archive log files. Means Rman has the capability to take the entire database backup. Rman has the capability to take the backup of entire database. So let's deal in this way. First, what are the stages of database? What are the stages of startup database? Can anyone tell me? What are the stages of startup when I give a command called startup? What are the 3 stages?
No mount.
Open.
Open.
And open.
Yeah, tell me. No mount.
Open.
Open.
Okay. To no mount, which file is needed?
Data files.
To no mount. I'm talking about a no mount, guys.
Control file.
Control
Huh?
file. To open the database, we need control file. But no.
This is not acceptable.
No mount, open. No
Yes.
mount, SP file.
Yeah, no mount,
Mount.
SP file, mount,
Control file.
control file,
Then open, we need a data file.
data files and regular files. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, remaining people, I don't know what you guys are reading or what you guys are preparing. Okay. Okay, excuse me. So there are 3 stages, right? So what are the 3 stages? Basically, first stage is no mount, second stage is mount, third stage is open. So first stage is no mount. No mount to no mount. What happens in no mount? Instance will start. Instance will start. To start an instance, what do we need? We need SP file or P file. We need SP file or P file. Okay. And to mount a database, what do we need? We need control file. We need control file. We need a control file. Next, to open a database, what do we need? To open a database, we need data files and read log files. Okay. So how it will open? The SCN number of the control file should match with the data file header. SCN number of data file header. Then the database will open. Okay. There will be a SCN number, right? There will be a SCN number that is written. There will be a SCN number that is written in the control file by checkpoint. Checkpoint will write the SCN number in the control file. So that SCN number and data file headers. Who will write in data file headers? Again, checkpoint will only write in data file headers. Okay. Again, checkpoint will only write in data file headers. So that SCN number and the data file SCN number should match. Okay. So if both are matching, then what happens? The database will open. If both are matching, then the database will open. So now let's see one by one. So to instance means SGA plus background processors. What is instance? SGA plus
background.
SGA plus background processors. So to start the instance, first what do we need? We need SP file or P file, the parameters. So Rman is able to take the backup of SP file. Yes, Rman is able to take the backup of SP file. Okay, next to mount the database, we need a control file. So Rman is able to take the backup of control file. Yes. So to open the database, we need data file. So Rman is able to take the backup of data files. Yes. So even if all these files are lost, for example, we lost P file or SP file, we lost P file or SP file, no problem. We can restore and recover. We can restore the file back from Rman backups, or else we'll come one by one from the bottom. We lost the data files. We lost the data files, for example, data files and redo log files. We lost. No problem. I have a Rman backup. Data files are backed up, so I can restore them back. I can restore them back from Rman backup. Okay, I lost the control file. No problem. I have my backup of control file, so I can restore the control file from the backup, latest backup. Okay. Next, what is gone? Next, SP file is gone. SP file or P file is gone. No problem. I can restore it from the latest backup. I can restore it from the latest backup. So, what is database CRD files? At what stages the CRD files will be started? No mount, mount, and open. 3 stages, right? So even if the entire database is lost, no problem. I have my full database backup. I can restore it. I can restore and recover the data from backups if I have the Rman backup. So that is why Rman is very intelligent, and Rman is very, very important as well. Okay. Now Rman can take a backup. Rman can perform the restore also. What Rman can perform a restore? Sorry, Rman can perform the restore of data files, control files, and archive log files. So Rman can perform restore of data files. Rman can perform restore of control files. Rman can perform restore of archive log files. Next, Rman has the reporting capability also. What does it report? How many data files are backed up? Okay. Where the control files are backed up, what is the last backup, and how many archive logs are backed up. Everything it can report us. It can report. Okay, and Rman has a deleting capability also. What it can delete? It can delete the entire data. It can delete the entire database, CRD files, whatever the backup is there, whatever the backup, only backup I'm talking only about backup. It can delete the backup. It can delete the backup of CRD files, and it can also delete the backup of archive logs. And most importantly, the star mark, if you see it, Rman has the capability to delete the physical archives also. Till here it is clear. Backup is clear. We are taking the backup. Rman is taking the backup. Rman is taking the backup, and Rman can also delete the backup. Rman can also delete the backup, but Rman can also delete the physical archive logs also. Archive logs. Rman has the capacity or capability to delete physical archives which are generated. It can delete the archives also. Till here, everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
People who are sleeping, I need answers from you guys.
Yes, Kumar.
Go on.
Okay. So that's the beauty of Rman. Rman has the capability of not only deleting the backup, but also the physical archive log files also can be deleted. So that's the beauty of Rman, which I will show you. Don't worry, which I'll show you. I'll talk a lot about Rman. Rman is not a one single day topic. Rman backup is not a single day topic. Okay. So in Rman backups, we call the backups as backup pieces. What do we call them as? Backup pieces. We call Rman backups as backup piece. Every backup is a piece. Okay, excuse me. Yeah. So in Rman backups, we have valid backups, we have obsolete backups, and we have expired backups. There are three different type of Rman backups are there. One, valid backup. A backup is valid, then that's called a valid backup. Obsolete, there's a backup called obsolete backups, and there are expired backups, means which are of no use. Obsolete, which are of no use. Valid backups, which are of use. We can only use valid backups to restore and recover in case if needed. Okay, so that is how you do it. Next, very important. So Rman is taking a backup of system data file. It is going to write in a piece, and the same information will be written in the control file. Okay, this is okay, fine. I'll update you. I want to explain you guys in such a way that you people have to talk about Rman for 1 hour non-stop. 1 hour you people have to talk. There are a lot of things in Rman to learn. Okay, so you can give a seminar also on Rman. So I'll try to make you people understand in such a way that Rman topic is very easy for you people. Okay, so this is also very important. Okay, so here the information of the backup is available in the control file. Okay, and backup is also available. Then it is called a valid backup. When we call it as a valid backup, if the information of the backup is available, okay, in the control file, and backup is also available, then it is a valid backup. When it is becoming obsolete, every company will have a retention policy. If it is for example, retention policy is for 15 days. After 15 days, this will become obsolete. The backup will become obsolete. Okay, and when it is
Retention policy means expiration.
yeah, expiration. I'll explain you. Still, there are a lot of things. Okay, so what is this retention policy and all? I'll explain you. Suppose okay, fine, that's okay. I'll explain you. So when Rman backups will become expire, when we will say that the Rman backups are expired, Rman has the capacity to validate the backups. So just cross check and see if the file does not exist in the OS level, then we call it as expire. Okay, so don't worry, I'll explain you about all these three types. Okay, now let's go into the backup practical. Then I'll explain you one by one. Now only I'll explain you. This is the one. But before explanation, what I have to do is I need one whiteboard to explain you guys in a more appropriate manner, because this is very important actually. Okay, I want to give a very good explanation so that the people will understand about Rman. So this is one file. Okay, this is one more file. This is one more file. Okay, this is one more file. This is the storage. This we call it as storage. Okay. This is server. This is also one server. Inside the server, this storage. This is also one server. Okay. One more file. These are all files. These are all files in the database. Okay. think it's good now. Okay. So let's mark this one. This is a database server. What is this? This is a database server. In our language, it is Mumbai DC. Mumbai DC. Okay. In our language, this is a Mumbai DC production database server. Mumbai DC DB server. What is this? This is backup server. Backup server. What is there inside the backup server? Inside the backup server, what will be there? There will be disks. Inside backup server, what will be there? Can anyone tell me?
The empty store disks will be there.
Disks. Or there may be something else which I'll tell you. Don't worry. Fine. This is the database. This is the database. Combination of CRD files. This is the database. Now, listen carefully what I'm doing. Let's take this as control file. Control 01. Control 01.ctl. Okay, let's take this as a control file. This is the control file, right? Now, what I am doing, I'm telling Rman, okay, I'm telling Rman from here, I'm telling Rman to take this command, backup database. What happens when I give a command Rman backup database? What happens? What happens is it will take the entire database, it will take the entire CRD files and it will back up them into the backup server, into a disk. Or there is something else we call, if it is disks, that okay. There are something else called tapes. Also there. Tapes are also available in the market. We can use disks or we can use tapes to take the backup. Listen carefully. I'm talking about real-time terminology. This is all real-time terminology. The backups can be taken into the disks or tapes also. There will be tapes which are available in the market to take the backup of databases, to store the backup of databases. Okay. Now, what is this tapes? What are these disks inside the backup server? I'll explain you later. Don't worry. Now, I have a question. I have connected to Rman. I told Rman, hey Rman, backup database. So what Rman is doing? Rman is taking the backup and storing the backup into backup server storage location. Remember very carefully what I'm talking. This class will be very helpful in interviews also. What I'm talking is, I'm just telling Rman, hey Rman, can you please take a backup of the database, ICICI database? Then Rman is taking the full CRD files backup and it is storing the CRD files backup into the storage location. Now, how Rman knows that it has to take the backup and store in this location? How Rman will know? Can anyone tell me? How Rman will know?
As per yesterday, we need to give the location where it needs to be backup.
Okay. Those are called configuration parameters. What are they called as? Can anyone please repeat the word with me? It's called
Configuration parameters.
Rman configuration parameters. What are they called as?
Rman configuration parameters.
Configuration parameters.
Okay. Fine. So how can we see? How can we see the config? Acha, this is not started yet. So that is okay. Now I have to start the database, right? How can I start the database? I have to connect to SQL Plus and start the database. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have to connect to SQL Plus and start the database. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can't I connect to Rman and start the database?
No.
Yes, you can.
We can.
Yes, sir.
We can. I can connect to Rman and start the database. I can connect to Rman and also start the database. Okay. Okay, done. Now database is started. Okay. Database is started means database started, mounted, and opened also. Opened also. Open is also completed. Right. Done. Now we are talking about configuration parameters, right? So how Rman knows that it has to back up to this location? How Rman will know? How Rman will know is there is something called configuration parameters. We have to talk about configuration parameters. Show all. How to check the configuration parameters of Rman? What is the command to check configurations of Rman? Repeat with me. The command is show all. What is the command?
Show all.
Show all.
Show all.
You have to connect to Rman and give show all. It will give you all the configuration parameters. See, Rman configuration parameters for this database these are the configuration parameters. So these are all the configuration parameters, and this is very, very important. Okay. Now, okay, I'm giving one configuration parameter. Okay. Before I give a configuration parameter, I have to make one directory. Okay. cd slash or else I'll make one directory mkdir -p /prod /ICICI /rman. Okay, I'll make one directory. Okay, directory created. You can check. There's a directory created. Okay, you can see pwd prod ICICI rman. Directory is created now. Okay, directory is created. pwd directory is created. Right. So cd minus, yeah. Now I'm in Oracle home bin. I'm in Oracle home bin. I'll connect to Rman. Target slash. Yeah. Now I have created one directory to store the Rman backups. And I will give one Rman configuration parameter. Configure channel device type. What is the device type? Is it a disk or a tape? Sorry?
Disk.
This करना.
Yeah. So configure channel device type disk format. Device type disk format %d _ %s. %d _ %s. Done. Okay. So the configuration parameter is set now. You can see show all. Again, if you type show all, you'll be able to see this. Configure channel device type disk format. This is the one. So now I have configured one parameter called this one. But if I say like this, it will not take. Sorry, I have to give the location, right? I have to give this location where it has to store. This is the location. Configure channel device type disk format /prod /ICICI /rman %d _ %s. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Channel device type disk format. Yeah, done. So now if you see show all, this is the location. Prod ICICI rman. Now Rman knows. Now Rman, I told the Rman, I have set one configuration parameter. I have set one configuration parameter to Rman, telling that, hey Rman, from now onwards, whenever you are taking backup, please store in this location. Whenever you take any backup, whenever you are taking any backup, please store the backups in this location. That is how I am telling Rman. That is how I am telling Rman. Okay.
Specifying along with the path we are given percentage D and percentage S.
Yes, you forget about percentage D and percentages. I told you, that is what I told you yesterday. What is important is, configure channel device type disk format and give the location. Give the location where you want to store the backups. Where you want to store the backups. Okay. So this is how we tell the Rman. This is how we set a parameter. We set the parameters for Rman. These are all called as configuration parameters of Rman. Okay. Now we will deal with one by one. We'll deal with one by one. We have to know one by one what parameter is used for what. What parameter is used for what. Okay. Why we are using this parameter? Why we are using this configuration parameter? Why we are using this configuration parameter? Why we are using this configuration parameter? We'll talk one by one now. Understood what I'm talking today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I making sense to everyone? What I'm talking?
Yes, Kumar.
Yes, Kumar.
Today's session, I'm talking about Rman configuration parameters. How Rman will know what to do, when to do, how to do. I'm setting the Rman configuration parameters. Then Rman will know what to do, when to do, and how to do. Okay, if I don't set Rman parameter, Rman configuration parameters, it will take the default values only. Everything is default values only. Okay. Now I'll talk one by one. The first one I'm talking about first one. Okay. The first configuration parameters talks about retention policy. Retention policy. Configure retention policy to redundancy 1. So forget about redundancy 1. So forget about redundancy. In real time, it will not be redundancy. It will be recovery window. It will be recovery window. Configure retention policy to recovery window of 7 days or 15 days maximum. In real time, it will be 15 days. It will be 15 days. Okay, real time it will be 15, but we can take it 7 days. Okay, we can take 7 days, no problem. So configure retention policy to recovery window of 7 days. See, I have set the new parameter now. So if you say show all, it will be changed. Show all, see, it is changed. Configure retention policy to recovery window of 7 days. What is this parameter? We'll talk about this parameter. The first parameter. We'll talk about the first parameter. Configure retention policy to recovery window of 7 days. What is this 7 days and all? Okay, I'll explain you. Listen carefully. What is today? Day 1. Can anyone tell me day 1? What is day 1 starts with in a week? Day 1 starts with
Monday.
Monday, Anna.
Sorry?
Monday.
Monday.
Business day is a Monday. Non-business day is a Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
Okay. I don't know like whether you people know this or not. If you open calendar, week starts with Sunday. If people are able to see my calendar on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Week starts with
Yes,
Sunday. Okay, week starts with Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we have to give day 1 as Sunday, not Monday. Okay. Day 1 Sunday. Day 2 Monday. Day 3 Tuesday. Okay. Day 4 Wednesday. Day 5 Thursday, right? And day 6 will be Friday, and day 7 Saturday. Day 7 is Saturday, man. Saturday. What is day 8?
Again Sunday.
Sunday. Oh my God, like you people are crazy, man. Okay. Again, it's Sunday. Okay. I think like only as per my knowledge, I know that only there will be 7 days a week. Okay. I don't know like what you know, but in my school days, they actually taught me only 7 days a week. Okay. So for me, there are only 7 days a week. Okay. So for me, it is Sunday starts with Sunday. then ends with Saturday. Okay, starts with Sunday, then ends with Saturday. Now, what is this talking about? What is this retention policy is talking about? Okay, configure retention policy to recovery window of 7 days. What does it mean? It means Sunday I'm taking one backup. Sunday I'm taking one backup. Sunday I'm taking one backup. Monday I'm taking one more backup. Monday I'll take one more backup. Tuesday I'll take one more backup. Wednesday I'll take a backup. Thursday I'll take a backup. Daily Rman backups are daily jobs. Rman backups are daily job. It's a daily backup. Okay. Saturday I'll take a backup. Sunday I'll take a backup. Okay. Sunday I'll take a backup. Right. Now, what I'm telling by this policy, by maintaining this policy, recovery window policy. What is this called as? Recovery window policy. What is the recovery window policy is? My policy is I'm maintaining 7 days policy. What is this? The meaning of this recovery window for 7 days means day 1 I have taken a backup, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. Right. After day 7, when you start day 8 backup, day 1 backup should become expired or obsolete. Obsolete means invalid. Okay. Now, day 8. What is day 9? Day 9 is, what is day 9? Monday, right? Monday, I am taking one more database backup. And after Monday, day 9 backup is completed. Day 2 backup should become invalid. Okay. And after day 10, if once the day 10, Tuesday I will take one more backup of a database. Every day there will be a database backup. Every day there will be a database backup for sure. Every day there will be a database backup. Rman backups are happening daily. Okay. So day 10, when my backup is completed, immediately day 3 backup should become obsolete or invalid. Understood? What is this policy doing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But obsolete means that will get deleted. Or
No, that will not be deleted. But it will become invalid. Means this backup physically exists. Physically, the backup will be there. See, that's what I'm telling you. Physically, the backup will be there. See, day one, it has taken a backup. Day 2, it has taken a backup. Day 3, it has taken a backup. Day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, it is storing here. Day 8, day 9, day 10. So when it is having day 8, day 1 backup will become invalid, but backup will be there in the storage. It will be existed in the storage. Physically, the space that is allocated to the storage, or the space that is allocated to the backup, it is still in the storage. Understood?
okay.
It is still in the storage, but that backup will become invalid. We cannot use that backup to restore the database.
Okay.
We cannot use that backup anymore. So those invalid backups, even if they physically exist also, unnecessary space waste, they can be deleted. Yes or no?
Yes.
So that I will deal with later. If everything I tell right now, you people will be no breathing space for you people. You will be bombarded. Okay. So I don't want to be like that. Rman is a very important topic. So I'll tell you that later. But till here, concept is clear, right? What is this policy or this parameter is doing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Anna, from this absolute backup, we cannot restore it, right?
Oh, obviously, the backup became invalid. When the backup became invalid, okay, when the backup became invalid, obviously you cannot do it, right? So 1 second, just give me 1 minute. See this Rman topic is very, very important. So that is why it will be a time-taking process. So we'll go slow only. If everyone are okay, we'll go slow, but we'll learn everything and we'll go to the next topic. So if you guys want to make it fast, I'm okay. What do you think? Going slow with
slow.
Yeah. So that's what I want to do. So everyone on the same page? Everyone.
Yes.
I don't want to call names, but I want the answers. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, Kumar.
Fine. So this is what the configuration policy of recovery window of 7 days means. This is the first policy that we are dealing with Rman. This is the first policy. Okay. And yeah, for someone asked me the question, after 7 days, can we use this backup to restore? No, we cannot use this backup anymore. Waste. Even if the backup is physically present in the storage, unnecessary waste of space. We can delete this. We can delete this. It is not a valid one. We can delete that backup. It is of no use for us. Okay. So this is the meaning of configure retention policy recovery window of 7 days. This is what the first policy is doing. Okay. Next, we'll go to the second policy. What is the second policy? Configure backup optimization by default. What is the default is? Default is
Off.
everyone who are looking at the screen
Off.
has to
Off.
answer.
Off.
Everyone who are
Off.
sleeping,
Off.
they can actually log off. Okay. Configure backup optimization. Configure backup optimization. Default is
Off.
off, but we have to make it on. Next, this is the second one. This is the second one. Okay. What is the second one? I have made on. It is off. I have made it on. What is the second one? Why this optimization on is very important? Okay. See, optimization. Configure optimization off by default. Now, okay, now if optimization is off, Rman will not play intelligent role. Remember carefully. If the optimization is off, Rman will not play intelligent role. If optimization is on, Rman will play very intelligent role. For now, I can give you that much explanation. How and why Rman will play very intelligent role if the optimization is on, I'll explain you later.
Okay.
Please remind me. Okay,
Sure.
we'll go with the practical. Okay. So please remind me this second one. If optimization is on, if the second configuration parameter policy, optimization by default it will be off. If the optimization is on in the Rman configuration parameters, Rman will play very intelligent role. It will help DBAs. It will make DBA life easy, and it will help database administrators a lot. If the optimization is on, it will play very intelligent role. Why? We'll deal with that later. Okay. Next, configure default device type 2. What is this?
Disk.
By default, what is there?
Disk.
Disk. By default, it is disk. Okay. For example, in my backup server, where my backups are getting stored, all database backups are stored in the backup server. In my backup server, I am not maintaining disks. I am maintaining tapes. I am not maintaining disks. I am maintaining tapes. In real time, what do we maintain, sir? You're talking disks, tapes, two things you are talking. In real time, what do we maintain, sir? In real time, it is not me who has to take the decision. The business people has to take a decision, whether to store the backups in disks or whether to store the backups in tapes. What are tapes? Tapes are nothing but a thin line. How can I say, like, everyone knows the tape recorder. Everyone knows tape recorder.
Yes,
Sorry.
Yes, Kumar.
Tape recorder. You can actually re-record the tape recorder and use that tape multiple times. Yes or no?
Yes, Kumar.
Anyone
Yes, Kumar.
understand what I'm talking?
Yes, sir.
Reuse the tape record, the same cassette. The same cassette can be used for multiple times. You can record something in the same tape, same cassette. You can record something, and if you don't want, you can record one more thing also. In the same tape can be used multiple times. You understood what I'm talking?
Yes.
I'm talking about the tape recorder, man.
Yes,
Tape recorder
yes.
cassettes.
Yes, Kumar.
Okay, fine. Good. The same way, it will be the same way. Just think like that. It will be the same way. Okay. So these are nothing but tapes. So now you can ask me the same question, sir. In real time, we use tapes or discs. Which one we will use? Which one we will use? In tapes or discs? It depends on the business requirement and business decision. Who is keeping the money? the owner of the we call them as clients, how they are investing money. Generally tapes are cheaper, very cheap. Tapes are very cheap. Storage discs are costly. Tapes are very cheaper in cost. Discs are costly. Okay, then why discs are costly? Discs are very resilient in nature, and they are robust in nature. Means, for example, the backups are stored in the disks. Suddenly some data files are gone. Suddenly some files are lost. I lost the files. I can restore back those files from disk very fast compared to tapes. Understand what I'm talking?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, got it.
Yes, sir.
Understand
Yes.
what is the difference between disks and tapes? But if the backup are in tapes, some files are lost, I have to restore the files from tapes, then it is a time taking process. Then the restore will happen very slowly. And same with backups also. Why we are going with restore? Forget about restore. I'll tell this only. Even now you're taking a backup to tapes, backup to disks. It is very fast. Backup will complete very fast. You're taking backup to tapes. Backups will complete very slow. That's all I can say about tapes and disks. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
understood.
Both are reusable only. Both are reusable only. After 7 days, for example, I am taking a backup into tapes. After 7 days, this backup is invalid. So obviously this backup will be deleted and it will be overwritten. It will be overwritten with 8th day backup. It will be overwritten with 8th day backup. Understand what I'm talking?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in the disks also, first day backup will be overwritten with 8th day backup. So both are reusable. Both are reusable only. But which is more resilient in nature? Disks are more resilient in nature. They are robust performance. The performance will be high for disks compared to tapes. But tapes are cheaper, disks are costlier. So who will take a decision to maintain tapes for backups or disks for backups? It's not you and me. We can tell, even if a client is asking me, for example, somebody is establishing a business and they are coming to me and they're asking, hey, you are experienced DBA, can you suggest me what to use, disks or tapes? I will tell the same answer. Whatever I'm explaining you, I'll tell the same. End of the day, money has to invested by that guy only, right? It's not me who has to invest the money. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
obviously I'll tell the features. See, discs are costly, tapes are very cheaper. But what is the difference is disc will, performance wise, disc will give some good kick on performance, but tapes will give some slow performance. Backups will be completed slowly. Restore recover will complete very slowly, like that. But discs are 10 times cheaper. Discs are 10 times cheaper than the disc. Tapes are 10 times cheaper than the discs. So now end of the day, it's your decision. So please take a call, because you are investing the money. You can take a call. That is what I can explain to the customer, right? So yeah. So this is what I will tell. And end of the day, whose call is this? This is a purely customer's call. I mean, client's call. Okay. So you can say, so if someone is asking, you can say anything you want. In my company, the backups are going into tapes. You can say, or you can say that the backups are going into disks also, where the retention policy is 7 days. So after 7 days, it will be rewritten, or the tapes will be reused for the 8th day backup. So the retention policy is 7 days. You can say like that. This is the difference between tapes and disks. Why we are talking about that? Yeah, optimization on that I told you that. Yeah, correct. The third one, right? The third configuration parameter. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, as I know we changed the configuration to disk or to tape.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing it now.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, is there a possibility where you can use both, like a company's disks?
Yes,
and
yes,
tapes?
absolutely, absolutely. And trust me, in some companies they use both. How you know what they will do? You know, discs are costly, right? Tapes are cheaper. So
Right.
what they will do is they don't want to take a risk. So what they will do first, they'll complete the backup into discs and then they'll move into tapes. Understood what I'm talking?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kana.
So
Okay.
Kana.
They'll keep the backup in 30 days. Till 30 days, they can keep the backup in the tapes. And after 30 days, these tapes can be reused again. Like that also in some companies, they follow the same standards. Yeah, tell me.
yeah, okay. Good. So once it's backed up from into disk, then how was the process to take it into tape from the backup server?
That you don't worry, man. See,
Okay.
till backup server only our job.
Okay.
Okay, till backup server only our job. From here,
Okay.
moving to tapes is a backup team job. There is a separate team called backup team. Okay,
Okay.
they're called backup admins. Okay, for Linux operating system, there will be Linux admin. For VMware, there will be VM admin. For network team, there will be a network admin. For backup team, there will be a backup admin. So you don't have to worry.
Okay. Thank you.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Till from here to here only my job. From here to here, that's their job. That's their headache, right? So that they are taking for their safety. See, I am giving 7 days of retention policy from the database. I am giving 7 days retention policy. So what I am telling, please keep my data, my backup of the database in disk for 7 days. Okay, and from here they are moving to tapes and they are keeping here for 30 days. That's their risk and their. I don't have to worry. You understood what I'm talking?
Yes, Kuma. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, why we are talking about disks and tapes is, for example, in the storage server only, my customer cannot afford amount or money to use disks. My customer can only use tapes. Then how to change this parameter? How to change this parameter is configure channel device type disk to SBT underscore tape. SBT underscore tape. This is how you change it. You change the configuration parameter so that my backups are now not going into tapes. My backups are not going into disks. They are directly going into tapes. This is how you change the parameter.
System backup target.
Yes. Okay, system backup target to tape. So this is how we use. Okay, this is how we change. Now you see everything will be changed now. If I change just this one parameter, if I change this one parameter from disk to tape, automatically everything will be changed. You can see that wherever you see disk, everything will be changed to tape. You can see that. See, I'll show you. So configure default device type to tape. Enter. Now I'll see show all. See, everything is changed. See, I just changed this one thing. Where is that? See, now it became tape. Now here it is becoming tape. Okay, everything is becoming tape. See, it is becoming tape. Everything is going to tapes now, just by one parameter. Configure default device type to tape, just by one parameter. Configure default device type to tape. Now all remaining parameters are also getting affected. They are also changed to tape only. SBT tape, everything. So if I change back to disk, what is the previous one? Disk. This is the one, right? Configure default device type to disk. If I change back to disk, then again everything will be changed to normal. Disk only. Right? Again they change it to disk. They change it to disk like that. Okay, this is how you change from disk to tapes if according to your company standards. If you want tapes, use SBT underscore tape and give the tape location here. Give the tape location. Instead of prod ICIC Rman, give the tape location. Automatically, the backups will be going into tapes. If you are using disk, give the disk location. That's it. Okay. Next, this parameter understood, everyone? Configure default device type to disk or tape. Understood this parameter?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Understood.
It's understood.
Okay.
Kumar, I have
Yeah.
another question.
Yeah.
So when we're changing the parameters, is it I wanted to ask about uppercase. Like, do we have, is it composed to
Nothing.
uppercase or lowercase?
Any case. Any case.
Okay.
Okay. You use any case. It is not a case sensitive. You can use any
Okay.
case. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, next, configure control file auto backup. What is the default option? What is this? Configure control file auto backup. What is the default option?
Off.
Off.
Off. Off. But what we will do, we will change to on. We'll change it to on. Okay, why we are changing it to on? And what is the importance? Why we have to always keep control file auto backup on? Control file. Why we have to always keep control file auto backup on? Why? What is control file? First of all, can anyone tell me what is control file?
Head of the database.
Exactly. Control file is the heart of the database. If we lost the heart, for example, if we are losing the heart, can a human being survive without a heart?
No, sir.
In the same way, if we are losing a control file in the database, can a database survive without a control file?
No.
Obviously. So that is why I'm taking control file auto backup on. Now I'll give you the explanation. What is control file auto backup on? Okay. For example. Okay. Example. I'm taking backup from Rman. See, this is Rman, right? Yeah. Example, from Rman, I'm giving this command backup. See, I'm giving this command backup data file. Backup data file. Okay, 1 second. Let me check what are the list of data files are there. Okay, what is the number of data files? Actually, I can say number of data files. Or else, like, okay, backup data file. For example, the data file ABC data 01.dbf. Okay, this number, the data file number is 6. For example, this data file number is 6. So I'm giving backup data file 6. So what it has to take the backup of? Can anyone tell me? I'm giving backup data file 6. So what backup it has to take? Rman has to take what backup? Sorry?
Data file 6 backup it has to take.
Only data file 6 backup. Yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. Good. Now I'm giving Rman backup what? Backup archive log. Backup archive log all. This is the command to take actually archive log backup. This is the command to take archive log backup. Okay. So I'm giving this command backup archive log all. So what it has to take backup of?
All the archive log files will
Yes.
All the archive logs. Yes. Okay. Now I'm giving backup table space ABC data. Now what it will take?
Only ABC data.
will be back.
Sorry,
Only ABC data.
only?
ABC data.
What do you mean by only ABC data?
The table space will be back.
Table specific will be.
Yeah,
Table
what do
space.
you mean by table space? What is a table space?
Collection of data files.
Huh?
Of ABC user. Only data belongs to ABC user.
No, ba. What is table space? Collection of
Data files.
data files. Obviously, all the data files related to ABC data table space. It is taking a backup of all the data files For example, ABC data table space is having 01, 02, 03, 04, 05.db of 06.db of 6 data files are there. It will take entire all the 6 data files backup. That is the command backup table space name. So what it will take? Can anyone tell me?
It will take the complete table space backup.
It will
Complete
take the
table-
All data
yeah,
files.
complete table space. So now, can anyone tell me again, repeat, please repeat, backup data file 6. What it has to take a backup of?
Only
Six.
only file.
Only
Data file.
Data file 6.
only data file 6. Okay. When I say backup archive log all, what it has to take?
All the
Archive.
Only archive log file.
Only the backup of archive logs. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. When I say backup table space name, what it has to take? Backup of?
ABC data.
table space.
Every data file.
It will take only backup of ABC data table space, or it will also take the backup of all the files, all the
Data files.
Only
Only
ABC.
Only
table-
ABC data.
only table space and data files associated with ABC data table space. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But the beauty is when you say control file auto backup on, what happens is you take any backup, there will be one addition plus control file backup. Plus control file backup. Plus control file backup. Plus control file backup. You take any backup, there will be one plus control file backup. You take any backup, there will be one plus control file backup. You take any backup, there will be one plus control file backup. Understand what is the difference of auto backup on?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Here in this command backup data file 6, did I mention anywhere to take a backup of control file? Did I
No.
mention?
No.
But along with the data file backup, the control file will also automatically get backed up. For example, I have given this backup data file 6 at 5:15. So at 5:15, what is the state? In what state the control file is there? That state the control file will be backed up automatically. I have given backup archive log all, which means I am telling Rman to take the entire archive logs backup. Only archive log backup, but control file will also automatically added. It will be added to the backup. Here I am telling Rman to take only table space backup, but automatically once the table space backup is completed, it will automatically take the control file backup. It will add the control file, okay, to the table space backup. Okay. I mean, in our language we call it as toka laga add chestuntundi. That is what we mean to say, right? Yeah. So understood what is auto backup on?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Okay. I think Dingana, you there?
I'm right here, Kumar.
Okay, fine. You're running short of time?
I'm okay. I'm good.
Okay, great. Thank you. So yeah, that is auto backup on. Let's discuss about the next one. Configure control file auto backup on auto backup format device type disk 2. Okay, device type disk 2. You can specify the location where you want to take this auto backup has to happen, right? Control file auto backup has to happen. With every backup, there will be a control file automatically backed up. So where it has to go, this control file auto backup. You can give a location. You can give a location like this with %f. Okay, you can give like this, so that from next time whenever control file is automatically getting backed up, it will be stored in this location automatically. Okay, so that is this one and auto backup. Next, configure device type disk parallelism 1 backup type to backup set. Okay, backup type to backup set. What is this parallelism? What is this parallelism we have to discuss? What is this parallelism we have to discuss? Okay, we have to discuss a lot about parallelism now. Configure device type disk. Okay, device type is disk. Okay, no problem. Parallelism 1. What is parallelism 1? What is parallelism 2? What is parallelism 3? I think like, by now you people have to know what is parallelism in Rman, because there is already a similar kind of
Yes.
concept in parallelism in export and import.
Store process, server process, it will take the backup parallel.
Yeah, exactly. So what? So for example, if I'm using parallelism 4, what happens? I'll tell you. For example, if I'm using parallelism 1, now I'm using parallelism 1, for example. Okay, DB size 100 GB. Okay, it is taking how much time to complete 100 GB? It's taking 1 hour. 1 hour. So DB size with the PARALLEL parallel 1. Okay, parallel 1. Okay, the same database size. It will be completed in how many minutes? 15 minutes. 15 minutes if I use parallel is equal to 4. Why? Because it will open PARALLEL parallel channels.
Yes,
Parallel
sir.
channels.
It will open.
Okay, it will open parallel channels. Okay, what are these parallel channels? What are these parallel channels is child SP process. How many child SP process? One. One parent SP process plus how many? 3. 1 plus 3, 4. Yeah, 3 child SP process. Understood what I'm talking?
Yes, sir.
Who will take the backup? Server process will only has to take the backup, right? So there will be already one parent process is already assigned for this job, and it will start this parent. Without parent, how child will come here? Simple logic. Without parent, how child will come? So there will be one parent process who is actually responsible to start the process, and this parent process will give birth to three kids or 3 child process. So it will parallelly open 3 child process and complete the job in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And what it will do is 4 backup pieces will be 4 backup pieces. Understood what is parallel?
Yeah, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, Kumar.
Okay. So that's about parallel. Okay, now for now I'll keep 1. That's enough. We are not 1 is more than enough for me for now, because we are not using 100 terabytes or 200 terabytes of databases, right? Our databases size are hardly in MBs, 1 MB, 2 MB, 10 MB, or 1 GB maximum. Okay, so we don't have to use parallelism now. Configure data file backup copies for device type to disk 2. This is also 1. I need 1. 1 is more than enough. So what is this? I'll tell you. What it is telling is configure data file backup copies. It is telling configure data file backup copies. You are taking a backup. That's okay. You are giving this command backup data file 6. Backup data file 6. How many backup copies you need? How many backup copies you need? Understood? When I just give one command, it will take the backup. But how many backup copies you need of this data file? You need how many backup copies? You need 1, you need 2, you need 3. In real time, it will be 1 only. We don't use 2, 3, 4, 5. No, unnecessary space waste, unnecessary storage space waste. Just one backup copy is very more than enough actually. A proper valid backup. I'm talking about a proper valid backup. 1 backup copy is more than enough. Understood this parameter, everyone?
Yes,
Data
sir.
file backup copies.
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes, Kumar.
I mean, people who are sleeping also. Huh? Okay, fine. This is okay. And where are we now? Backup copies. Okay, next. Configure archive log backup copies. This is about archive log backup copies again. That's data file backup copies. This is about archive log backup copies. The same. Okay. For example, you are giving this command, Rman backup, you're giving this command, backup archive log all. So how many backup copies you need for this archive logs? One is more than enough. Archive log itself is a backup. Understood what I'm talking?
Okay.
First of all, archive log itself is a backup. How the archive logs are getting generated? The live transactions are going into the redo log files, and redo log files are getting switched. Once the switch is happening, archive log is getting generated. Yes. Okay, I think nobody knows what happens in the log switch, and you people are studying DBA or you people are learning some rocket and science.
DBA only.
That's okay. Yeah, so backup archive log copies, the backup copies, how many you need? I just one is enough one is enough. Okay. Next, configure channel device type disk format. Yeah, this one I have given, right? So this parameter will not be there actually. This parameter will not be there for you guys. We have to do it manually. We have to type it manually. Manually in the sense like configure channel device type disk format, and we have to specify the location with %d and s. Okay, why we are using this? To specify where to store the backups. So this is why we are specifying this by using this parameter. Okay, next, configure max set to unlimited. Okay, next, configure database encryption off. That's okay, no problem. Okay, next, configure. Yeah,
Was that configure max set to unlimited?
not required unless I mean,
Okay.
the explanation will take long time, and people might get confused. Why unnecessary? Not required, and that is not an interview question also. Don't worry. If I feel like something is very important to know, I don't skip. So you don't worry. Okay. Configure archive log deletion policy to none. So this is important, but you people, I will not tell this right now. Okay. Configure archive log deletion policy to. Can anyone tell me? Archive log deletion policy. What is the default one?
None.
I will not tell this right now, but I will tell in the DR. Stand by. I will complete this configure archive log deletion policy 2 in DR. Why we are using this archive log deletion policy? Why we are actually deleting the archives? I'll complete this concept in DR. Okay. Next, this is snapshot control file. That's okay. Next is a snapshot control file. So these are the parameters. Okay. And now, anyways, one of your friend has asked me a question: max set size to unlimited. So that's okay. I'll give you explanation, but if you people understand, that's okay. If you people don't understand, still that's okay. It's not an interview question. But if someone is asking me some question, I don't, my heart will not accept, because I know the answer. If I don't tell, then again, like, so only just for this purpose, who asked me this question, I'm actually giving you answer. If you people understand, that's okay, but don't try to go deep into the subject and try to and don't get confused yourself. Till here, all parameters are clear or not? Can anyone tell me? Everyone has to answer.
Yes, sir.
I don't have to call names, like you're not kids, right? Everyone answer till here. Everyone understood the configuration parameters and policies of Rman policies. Everyone understood, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so far so good. Right. Now let me complete this and then close the session for the day. Okay. Configure max set size to unlimited. What is this? This is okay. So this is the explanation. Configure max set size to unlimited. This should be always unlimited only. This should be always unlimited only. Okay, because max set size cannot be less than the size of the greatest data file. For example, I have given, just don't get confused, but try to understand. I have given configure max set size to Okay. For example, I have given configure max set size to 3 GB. 3 GB. Okay. Max set size is 3 GB. Okay. Max set size is how much? Dingana, can you please answer? What is the max set size that I have given?
3 GB.
3 GB is the maximum set size that I have given. Now I'll answer your question. Now, what is the, this is one data file. This is one data file. What is the maximum size of one data file? What is the maximum size of one data file?
32 GB.
I'm
32
asking
GB.
Dingana. I think Dingana, you know the answer, or you don't know the answer, or you did not listen to the session.
I listen.
Then
You're
why are you
talking
not
about-
answering? I asked you how much is the maximum size of one data file?
32 GB.
32 GB. Good. What is the maximum size of one backup set? What is the maximum size of one backup set I have given?
3 GB.
How much?
3.
3 GB. 3 GB. Okay, right. Now I'm taking a backup of this data file. I have initiated a backup using Rman. I have initiated a backup of this data file. This data file has to write into this backup set. This data file has to go and write, or it has to write into this backup set. This backup has to be going to this backup set. Okay. Will 32 GB data file can go and write in 3 GB data backup set? Is it
No.
possible?
No. No.
Everyone.
No.
No.
Understood what I'm talking? Am I making sense, guys?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kumar.
So if I'm limiting one backup set, if I'm limiting the backup set size, okay, to 3 GB, a 32 GB data file cannot be taken backup into 3 GB data set, backup set. Yes. So for example, if I leave it as unlimited, it can accommodate 32 GB data file, and it can accommodate some other data file also, right? Some other data file also it can accommodate. It's up to Rman to decide.
Yes, sir.
It's up to Rman to decide how many data files has to go and sit in one backup piece. In one backup piece, how many data files has to go and sit. Rman will decide. Understood what I'm telling? What is
Yes,
this?
sir.
What is this? Backup
Nice.
set to unlimited, max set size to unlimited. Understood?
Yes. Yes, Kumar.
Singana and
Yes.
everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
fine. That's it. So that's it for the day. So I know people have to leave to their work. Okay. So we have completed the configuration parameters successfully. So there is there is a long story about Rman. Again, as I told you, it will take time. If I have to complete the whole story about Rman, it will take time. Okay, it will take time to complete. So it will take more couple of sessions to complete. Okay, so that's it for today's session, and in the next upcoming sessions we will learn more and more about Rman and what is the different kind of backups that we follow, and different backups, how we take Rman backups, and we will also perform. We wantedly we will remove all the CRD files. What are CRD files? Can anyone tell me what are CRD files?
Control read log and data.
No, CRD files means database. Okay. What are CRD files? It is database. So what I'll do, I'll remove the entire files. If I remove all the files, which means database is gone. But I will take a Rman backup, and then I will remove all the CRD files. Then I will show you how to restore and recover the CRD files from the backup. So this I will show you. There are a lot of things to learn using Rman. Okay, in Rman there are a lot of things to learn. So we'll go in this pace, the same pace that we are continuing, and we will complete everything without skipping anything. Okay, all good. Everyone on the same page?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
Everyone on the
Yes,
same page, guys.
Yes, Kumar.
yes, sir.
Yes, Kumar.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.